Okay, so the first item in our Target haul is this mini 8-piece binder bundle. This is a repurchase. I first saw this in a Cheapcraftygirl video where she was organizing her stickers, and it works really well for that. She directed all of her subscribers where to find this cute artwork that you can then slide down in this front pocket. The one thing that I wish it had is I wish it had a pocket here, but I can always make a label. So this is basically, you buy some of these pockets and you slip your stickers down in them, and it's just a really easy way to keep up with all of your stickers. So I needed more, so I bought one more, and it comes with these dividers and this ruler, which I don't use. The back pocket is handy for little one-off stickers and, you know, things of that nature. Individual stickers. So that's the first thing. And if I sound a little bit down, I was sick for about a week and a half. And then my precious Pupple, her name was Pupple, and I know that's a silly name. Well, the whole name was Puppleberry, but we called her Pupple. And she got kidney failure. She was only 12, so I was really surprised. But what happened was she had Cushing's, and we put her on Trilostane for her Cushing's. And what the vet believes is that when her excessive water consumption like tapered off, because Cushing's is where you have too much cortisol in your system, or some sort of glucose steroid something, which makes you really thirsty. You know, like if you've ever taken prednisone, it makes you thirsty, makes you hungry. So when she was on the Trilostane, we're thinking that it cut back on her water consumption, which had been perhaps masking an existing chronic kidney disease. Her bun and creatinine, I have had it checked every 6 months for the last, yearly, up until the last, like, I don't know, 5 years. I was getting it every 6 months, and it's always been perfect. And she was diagnosed and gone in 7 days. So I apologize. I don't mean to bring anything depressing to this video, but the good news is that she's completely happy and healthy, and she was a tripod. I believe that all dogs go to heaven. I think all God's creatures go to heaven, and that she has her 4th leg back. But she was just a wonderful dog, and I miss her terribly, and the sadness comes and goes, but I'm very glad she's not suffering, because kidney failure is not pleasant. Anyway, she was an amazing dog. Dogs are amazing. They don't let things like having 3 legs slow them down. When we found her, she was 9 months old. She'd been hit by a truck that didn't stop, but a Good Samaritan did stop and called Animal Control. Animal Control was going to take her to the pound, but it was like a Saturday night, and this beautiful, gorgeous, sweet creature was not going to get any veterinary care or medicine of any kind until Monday. And so we talked the guy into taking her to the emergency, where we thought, you know, we'd at least get her morphine, or maybe see if she needed to be euthanized. And her prognosis was better and better, and they thought they could fix her leg. When they got in there, it was shattered. She also had a hernia where her leg bone had been driven into her, like, intestines, I guess, or something, and she had a fractured pelvis. The dog was amazing. I worked with her. They had to remove her leg, and the surgeon said, oh, well, she'll have a good, you know, maybe 8 years. Anyway, what was I saying? So then when we came home, I had to, like, work with her to get her rehabbed and get her walking again, and she would try to, like, walk on her front paws. She had really strong front legs, and it was really funny, because that earned her the nickname Hover Butt, because her little butt would just be, like, hovering above the ground while her front legs were taking her around. But She did get rehabbed, and once she was back walking and running on that leg, she was actually the fastest dog we had. A good lesson for me, for people in general. Don't ask, don't focus on what you can't do. Like, when it would be time, on the weekends, my husband would take the dogs to McDonald's, and they would get a little nibble of some kind of a breakfast sandwich or something, and she didn't always go, but when she did want to go, she would go and she would put her front little paws in the car and look behind her to see who was going to lift her rump in, because she couldn't get in with her 3 legs. But, like, she just, I mean, that was just kind of a fact. Dogs are cool. I mean, she needed help getting in the car. She would do that with getting on the bed, too. She'd put her little front paws up on the bed and then look back at you like, okay, he's going to take care of my rump. So it's important to not focus on what it is you can't do, but focus on what it is you can do. And the things you can't do, you know, get help when you need it. But she was always a really happy pup, and we miss her terribly. Terribly, terribly, terribly. But it was worth knowing her, you know, the pain. I would do it all over again. I would have gotten, we got a wheelchair out for her because when she got her kidney failure, she started having trouble, weakness in the back leg, and I wish that I had gotten her that wheelchair sooner so we could have maybe continued to take long walks. I just had no earthly idea how great it would be. I think it's called Walkin' Wheels or something. I'll post a link in the description. If you have a dog with mobility issues, don't hesitate to try out a wheelchair. They're kind of expensive. Sometimes though you can get them on eBay, but I mean, that's really, I guess, my main regret is that I did not hook her up with a wheelchair sooner than I did. Okay, so Target Dollar Spot. Actually, this is not Target Dollar Spot. I got these paper plates because I thought that they were really beautiful, and they the proceeds help out with charity, Feed the Hungry. But I could tell this day when I was at Target that I was getting sick, and so I picked these up so that I wouldn't have to do any dishes, because it hit me while I was at Target. I went in the bathroom, my face was beet red. I felt awful. I was so sick I forgot I bought these. So I guess I will either put them aside for the next time I'm sick, or maybe I'll just be lazy this week and not do dishes. I also got, now moving on to the Dollar Spot, these, oh, I'm sorry, actually the camera, completely adorable tins. They were $3 each. They measure 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4.5 inches square. A little chalkboard writing surface on the front, and if you don't have stuff too heavy, you can carry them by this. But I thought these were so cute, and no, I have no idea what I'm going to do with them, but I got 3 of them. Target is really good about taking things back if you don't want it, and so we'll see. I also got some chalkboard paper. I had seen this before in the spring, and I couldn't think of anything to do with it, so I left it there. 17 inches by 9 feet, 9.8 feet. I'm going to try maybe wrapping Christmas gifts with this and like drawing on it. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how it turns out. I have a bag that I got from Dollar Tree last year that's a chalkboard theme with a real pretty skate design on it, and I just love that design, and so I thought, well, maybe I can have kind of a chalkboard theme, Christmas theme or something this year. I don't know. We'll see. I got a super cute magnetic list pad, notepad. Dory, she says, I actually remembered something, which I completely relate to. Sometimes I'll make a grocery list and I'll like leave it at home. I won't even remember the list. I have to be honest with you. I don't remember why I got these woodland critters. I'm betting that it probably had something to do with like some sort of Christmas ornament I wanted to make. but I have to be honest, I don't remember. I don't know. I'm a kook. I had a fever. That's all I can say. Okay. Then also, another thing that I cannot remember what I was thinking is these books. They are just plain, well, I guess I won't open them, but they're just plain white, soft cover, staple bound books. You get 8 books, I guess. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it looks like you get 8 books with 16 pages, and for $3. And this would be really good for a teacher, but I can't remember what I was going to do with these. You know, I was sick, and I just can't remember. I came home and I went to bed. Now, moving on to things that I do know why I got. About 6 weeks ago, I did a 15-day guided reboot that I had been wanting to do for about a year. I had seen the movie Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead at least a year ago, but it took me that long to get the courage up to try it, and it was well worth it. I felt really great. It's always nice to have a support group, which is what I liked about the guided reboot. I think it's rebootwithjoe.com. I just went online there. It was, I believe, $149 for the 15-day guided reboot, but it was well worth the money. I actually got most of that covered by family members, so I asked for cash for my birthday. I told them exactly what I wanted to do with it, and they were very nice and coughed up some dough for me. I felt really great, so I'm going to do it again, and my mom's going to do it with me, and I'm going to try to make it as easy as possible by creating her like a little reboot notebook with everything that she needs. I got some planner inserts. I'm also going to convert, a while back I had hauled this from Target and tried to make myself like a little planner, and I never use it. So I am going to repurpose this and make this one be my reboot planner. Picked this up when I bought this because it matched. It's got a month and it has the weeks, but after I saw that, I went to a different Target where they had these, and if you can see, it breaks it down, the day down every half hour, and it's called the Mini Planner Note Pages and Timesheets and Pockets. And this is the note pages, and there's a place to write the date at the top, and then apparently it also has some pocket folders, and that's what those look like. I think this will be better because we can make this be sort of like a food diary, because it seems like you're always having to be eating or drinking something on this diet, this reboot plan. So I think this might be better, so I'll probably take the other one back. I also, before I found those, I believe it might have been at this other one, I found this. This was the only one they had, and it was open, so they gave it, well, it was not only open, it was like scattered all over the entire dollar spot. But it also has like, oh, and I got it for $1 because of that, so that's kind of cool. You know, like they're all wrinkled up, and I don't know, somebody was really, I don't even know if it's all here, but it's got the day broken down from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. I believe this one goes until 10 p.m. I'll have to look at that and see. I'll just look right now. Oh, 11 p.m. Even better. Plenty of room to write your herbal tea or whatever on there. Okay, and then I also got, if you've ever watched Coupon to Provide, she has done a Target dollar spot planner setup, and she cut up folders to do things like make dashboards and pockets and things. So I thought those were pretty. I picked those up. Those are to go in a file drawer originally, and these are actually these are just like dividers for a 3-ring binder, but I thought they were kind of pretty, so I picked those up as well. Got some gel pens because I just like gel pens. Thought these might be some good motivational stickers for us while we're doing our reboot. A couple more pens. Adorable little paper clips in cute colors that sort of coordinate. I already had a roll of this washi from the dollar spot. It looks like a measuring tape, and that's what I used to actually tape my juice recipes to my cabinet doors above my juicer. I thought that was really cute, kind of tongue-in-cheek thing, because like I'm trying to reduce my waistline, so I thought that was cute. And last but not least, I got these infamously not very sticky but very adorable patterned little, quote, sticky notes from the Bullseye's Playground. That one says Bright Ideas. Anyway, that is it. Oh, and I forgot to show you the cute pocket folders that came in the one that I got for $1. So I will, and it has, I thought that was kind of cool, it has groceries and all that. I don't know, I'll probably keep this one, especially since I just got it for $1. But once I get those notebooks put together, I'll probably try to share that with you guys. I hope you enjoyed this haul video, and I hope to be reporting back sometime in the near future about how our reboot went. I have not even like edited the videos. I did some daily videos when I did the reboot the first time myself, so I need to get those edited and uploaded to YouTube. Honestly, I wanted to make sure I was going to be able to stay on it and succeed because I didn't want to depress anybody. So there's my haul. I hope you enjoyed it, and please check back soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.